These are interesting times that we're living in. The news that we bring to you today is of a man from Ohio, an African American, whose son was shot and killed during a police chase. Now, here's the story. The son was hijacking a vehicle, which was intercepted by the police. And after a chase, the son came out of the vehicle with a gun and he started running. The police officer in question was in pursuit, chasing after this young man, and they started exchanging gunfire. In the process, the police officer shot and killed this young man. After that was done, the father was called to come and view the body of the son. After viewing the body, that's when he got to know who was the officer that killed his son. The day after, the father sees this police officer directing traffic in the middle of a street. And he drove into the traffic officer, killing him on the spot. Is this justified revenge? Are these the effects of bad parenting? Who is to blame? The police officer or the father? Wow. This is a discussion that I want us to do and have today. But let us watch the news.
Chaos at court as a man accused of killing a sheriff's deputy a day after his son was shot by a police officer asked to be released on bail. I lay out the horrific chain of events out of Ohio and where the case could be heading.
Are you familiar with the acts of someone that is not in their right mind?
Larry Henderson had retired as a Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy last December. He was still working, though, occasionally for that sheriff's office in Cincinnati doing special details. Last Friday, he was doing that, directing traffic for graduation at the University of Cincinnati when police say a man named Rodney Hinton Jr. deliberately drove his vehicle into Henderson at this intersection. Deputy Henderson was rushed to the local trauma center, but there was nothing that could be done to save him. Within hours, he passed away from these devastating injuries. You're probably asking yourself, why would anybody deliberately drive a vehicle into somebody, much less a sheriff's deputy who was directing traffic at a college graduation? Well, police say Rodney Hinton Jr. did this on purpose, possibly to avenge the death of his son, Ryan Hinton. Ryan Hinton was 18 years old, and a day earlier, a Cincinnati police officer shot and killed him after encountering him and some others in a car that had been reported stolen out of Kentucky. Here's the police chief.
Officers across the country confront dangerous situations every day, sometimes more than once a day. They are often compelled to make split-second decisions to protect others and themselves when faced with immediate threats. Yesterday was one of those occurrences. Let me be very direct. We cannot allow individuals to flee from officers with a loaded firearm aimed at them. When this happens, the outcome is almost always tragic. No one wins, and everyone involved is affected. This is a stolen Kia. It was stolen out of northern Kentucky yesterday. You can see we have two uniformed cars there. Prior to those uniformed cars arriving, we had two undercover cars that pulled into that dead end, saw the vehicle. They backed out. They saw that there were individuals inside the vehicle, so they backed out and let the uniformed cars make the approach, which is the tactically sound decision to do. The cars are positioned the way the officers are trained. We are trained to use our vehicles as cover from any threat. That's what those officers did with the cars at that time.
Chief Thigi then played a short portion of the body camera footage.
This is body-worn camera from officer number 2. Go ahead, Bobby.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun! On your right! On your right!
This is the body camera footage from the officer who actually shot Ryan Hinton.
This is the other officer, the one who fires the shot. This is his body camera as he approaches the scene. This is the firearm that was recovered at the scene after the individual was shot. This is what he had in his hand while the officers were chasing him. It's just a photo of it here at Criminalistics. Remember I told you he fell on the concrete and the officers said that they heard the metal hit the ground? There are 3 spots on here where this gun has scratches on it. We believe those occurred when he hit the ground with the firearm. This is a second magazine that was located in his sweatshirt pocket, his jacket pocket. And that is the magazine from that second magazine. This is another firearm that was located inside the stolen vehicle. This is a firearm that was also stolen out of northern Kentucky sometime yesterday, early yesterday morning.
Well, at the end of the day, the law is the law. It doesn't matter who commits the crime. Justice must prevail. But how can justice prevail if those that enforce the law are not allowed to exercise their right and power to enforce it? Now, hear me out. I do not approve of the officer killing the child or the son, and neither do I approve of the father killing the police officer. God gives life. No man has the right to take it from another. However, we are just looking at the circumstance. We're looking at the symptoms. But what about we addressing the root cause of this? See, we are in a society that is very active in propagating gangsterism, nudity, provocative dressing, substance and drug abuse. And this is the byproduct of how the son ended up. This is not racial. This is facts over sentiment. Let's face facts the way they are. Number one, as a parent, he failed. Obviously, I'm not sure if the child or the son was under peer pressure, but from the way I look at his picture, he was mature enough to know how to make decisions. And if he was not told, or if he was not groomed to know what is right from wrong, then these are the effects of it. Now, a child grows up. He was a football player, bright future ahead, cut short by just one decision. This is what I want us to learn from it, including myself. As a parent, we need to know and learn that one decision can affect everything and change the course of your life and destiny. Now, that child had a future. That child had a destiny, but it was cut short by just one decision. Was it wise or foolish? I'll leave that for you. But what am I trying to say? I'm trying to communicate that the society has failed us and parents have failed their children. You cannot leave the school to raise your children. You as a parent, we as parents should be, the onus is on us to raise our children, to raise the standard, the moral standard, not the society, not the TV, not social media, but you as a parent, you need to raise a standard for your child, the moral standard, the moral compass. We have deserted God, removed him from schools, but that's a discussion for another day. Now, there is no sense of morality in the name of trying to be gangster. Now, a car was hijacked, that's a crime. A police officer is doing his job. And in the process, this son draws out a gun and the police officer kills him. Well, what would be the discussion if the son killed the police officer? Is the police officer's life of more importance than that of the son? No. Is the life of the son of less value than that of the officer? No. Does this approve of the father of the son to kill the officer? No. Murder is wrong and it's a crime. But if a police officer is in the line of duty, that's part of their job. So a man did his job, committed his life to serving his country. He does his job and gets killed for it. Who is to blame? Now, if police officers stop doing their job and then we start having a rise in crime, robberies and hijacks, then we say police officers don't know how to do their job. But we fail to understand and realize that it's the society and people like this that make their work difficult. Now the job is done, then the father kills the officer. Well, could be upset, could have justified reasons, but the son's actions speak otherwise. So I'm not here to judge, but this is something I would love us to learn from. This is why this platform has been created. We're not just trying to watch the news, we're trying to learn lessons from it. But what are we learning from this news? If you don't train up a child, this is what happens. If you neglect your child and commit yourself to other things which you deem of more importance and give less time to raising up and bringing up your child, this is what happens. Now, a future has been cut short. Now, a father, a burden bearer, a breadwinner, is now removed from the household. Now that creates a vacuum. Now it's no longer just one person removed from the house. Now it's two. Now the remaining people have to grieve and mourn, and at the same time, they have to face the fact of not having the breadwinner in the house. Now another responsibility has been created. We solve a problem by creating another. This is the society that we live in. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm not here to impose my views on you. I'm here to share news and for us to brainstorm. You see, iron sharpens iron. When we rub ideas together, perspectives are shifted. A paradigm is shifted. We find new ways of approaching things. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, what you think or who you think is at fault in this case. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And While you're at it, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in this video so that we can reach more people. This is the only way that you can encourage us to keep creating more videos and to keep on producing these clips to reach out to you and those that you will allow to. If you just put a thumbs up on the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much.